we are going to be creating a report. And when you create reports, the procedure is very similar to forms. You select a table or a query, and then you can go in and generate the report. The main difference between reports and forms is that forms can change data and reports can't. They're only for displaying data. So what we're going to do is select NA high salary, and we're going to go into create, and we're going to choose report. Now, ways that you create reports are either clicking report, and it automatically includes all of the fields and formats it into a columnar report, or you can go into the report wizard and select the fields that you want. The report wizard is very similar to the form wizard. And in this particular chapter, we are creating reports by clicking on the report button. And then we are doing some customization of the report. So we're going to go ahead and click on report. And let me see, I'm going to close that. We don't need that quite yet. And what we're going to be doing is customizing this a little bit. So when you first come into a report, you are in layout view, and that is the view that we are going to use to edit our reports. The other place you can edit is design view. It's a little bit more complicated, and we really don't get into using design view in this course. So all of the editing is going to be done in layout view. We have a couple additional views. We have report view, which is very similar to form view. It basically shows you the report inside Access. And then we have a print preview, which shows you what it's going to look like prior to printing. Because of all of the Access database objects, reports are the ones that typically get printed. And that is why we have the extra print preview command in here. So we don't have to go into File, Print, and choose Print Preview. We can access it directly from inside Access. You'll also notice under Report Layout Tools that we have design, just like we did with forms, very similar commands that you saw over in the form section. We have arrange, lets you move things around. We have format, where you can pick fonts, font sizes, and colors. And then we also have page setup, and this kind of goes along with printing. Because reports are typically printed, you'll notice that all of the commands that we see here are very typical commands for customizing how things look when they print. So we are going to do a little customizing on this, and we are going to start by selecting a theme. And the theme that we're going to pick is integral. And then we're going to adjust the colors a little bit. I'm going to pick yellow, orange. And then we're going to click on the title command because we need to have a more user-friendly title. So we're going to key in employees in North American distribution. And then we need a line break. So to put the line break inside this title box, we're going to press Shift, keep our finger on Shift and press Enter. And then on this second line, we're going to say earning over 45,000. And then I'm going to press Enter. And you should notice that orange outline around your title. We do want the title selected, and that orange outline indicates that it is, because we're going to go into Format and we're going to decrease the size to 14. And then we're going to go back into Design, because that little graphic to the left of the title is considered a logo. And this is the default logo for reports, and we are going to replace that with the company logo. So we're going to select it and click on Logo. And we do need to navigate to our Access S3 folder. And we're going to pick the WE logo small. And you'll notice it tries to fit it in this small little box. So we do need to adjust the size. So if you position the mouse on that right border, you're going to see a double-headed arrow, and you can left drag. We want to just make this wide enough to display the graphic. And then you may also have to drag it down a little bit, although I don't think I do on mine, okay, because you want the entire graphic to display. So we're basically just sizing this until we can see everything. Then what we're going to do is select everything in the report. And you can click on one of the text placeholders and press Control and the letter A. Or you can go into Format, and there's actually a Select All command here. So pressing Control and the letter A is the same thing as clicking on Select All. And once you've got everything selected, we are going to change the font color to that dark blue. And then let's kind of click away and take a look. You will notice that the total below annual salary, the bottom is a little chopped off. So we're going to click on it. And then we're going to position the mouse over that bottom border. And you are going to see the double-headed arrow. And you're going to want to double click on that. And that will make that, basically that little cell big enough to display the entire number. Now, they would like us to close the shutter and adjust this layout to landscape. So that is done in Page Setup. It's actually kind of convenient to have this here because now we don't have to go into File and Print. We can just choose Landscape. You can visually see that that line break or page break got moved so that all of your data now is on one page. And at this point, we are going to go ahead and save this. NA high salary is fine for the name, so we're going to click OK. And there really is no need to print this, but if we open up our pane here, you will see that it did add a report section with our new report displayed. So we're going to right-click and close. If you needed to open this again, you could double-click. This takes you into Report View. So if you click on the View List arrow, if you needed to go back into editing, you would go into Layout. If you want to see what it's going to look like when you send it to the printer, you would go into Print Preview. Okay, and you can see the difference between Print Preview and Report. Report doesn't show you the edge of the page, and Print Preview does. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close. And our next exercise is going to create another report.